Hello everyone. Welcome to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will continue with similarities and differences. In the last lecture, we discussed that there are 6 types of questions that can be formed from similarities and differences that can be asked in your competitive exams. These were: first was number series similarities, the second was letter series or also known as alphabet series similarities. Then we also discussed figure series similarities. Then there was another type called analogies. Then we discussed odd one out. And lastly, we discussed coding decoding analogies. So these are the 6 types of questions that can be formed from similarities and differences. In today's lecture, we will discuss some examples to get a better conceptual clarity. So let us start. This is example number 1. Finger is to hand as toe is to what? So clearly we see that the relationship between finger and hand is that finger is a part of a hand. Similarly, toe is a part of what? Toe is a part of foot. So our answer will be option number 1, foot. So here you can see finger is to hand as toe is to what? Foot. Example 2. Fast is to slow as tall is to what? So this is pair number 1 and we have to fill in pair number 2. Okay. So here we know fast is to slow. That means these are what? These are antonyms. So here I told you a concept of antonyms and synonyms. What do you mean by antonyms? Opposite words. And what do you mean by synonyms? Similar words. So here, fast and slow is antonyms. So similarly, we have to find an antonym for tall. So antonym for tall will be option number 2, short. So option number 2, short, will be our answer. So the opposite of fast is slow. Similarly, the opposite of tall is short. Example 3, shivering. Shivering is too cold as sweating is too what? Now, we know that cold or shivering is a symptom of feeling cold, right? You shiver because you're feeling cold. Similarly, we have to find a word whose symptom will be sweating. Okay, so out of all the options, only heat is a word whose symptom is sweating. So our answer will be option number 1, heat. So shivering is a response to cold. So this was a cause and effect relationship. This we studied in detail when we were studying analogies, right? Just as sweating is to response to heat. Okay? Now, example number 4. Pen is to write as knife is to what? So you know that pen is used for writing or used to write. Similarly, knife is an object that is used to do what? It is used to cut. So our answer will be option number 1, cut. Clear? So a pen is used for writing. Similarly, a knife is used for cut. Hence, option number 1, cut, is our answer. Now, which shape does not belong in the group? So this is a question of odd one out. Okay? Now, square, circle, triangle, rectangle. So the one way to look at it is square is a 2D figure, circle is a 2D figure. Similarly, triangle is also a 2D figure and rectangle is also a 2D figure. So if all of these are 2D figures, this is not the logic that is used to find out the odd one out. This we discussed in the previous class, that this is the common logic. Usually whenever you get a question like this, either there is a different 2D figure or a 3D figure. So in this, I can say that there is no difference. All of these are 2D figures. So Let us use a different logic. A square looks like this. Similarly, a triangle looks like this. A circle looks like this. And a rectangle looks like this. So if I look at the number of sides, here we have 4, here we have 4, here we have 3, here we have only one side, or there's no sides, right? So again, no logic can be formed now. If you look at the figures closely, over here I have a corner, a corner, a corner, and a corner. We have 4 corners. Over here we have 3 corners. So 3 corners. Okay. Over here we have how many? 4 corners. Only circle is a figure which does not have any corners. It does not have any corners or any vertices. Hence, option number 2 will be the correct answer. So here all other shapes have corners and vertices while a circle does not. Now, which animal is the odd one out? We have to find out. Lion, elephant, giraffe, and penguin. Out of all the options, one logic is that the lion has 4 legs, elephant also has 4 legs, giraffe has 4 legs, and only the penguin is an animal which has 2 legs. The other logic is that this is a mammal, elephant is also a mammal, similarly, giraffe is also a mammal, only penguin is an animal which is a bird. So answer will be option number 4, penguin. Now, which color does not belong into the group red, blue, yellow, green? So here we use a concept of primary colors and secondary colors. So for your reference, I'll write down primary colors are which colors? There are 3 primary colors. First is red, second is blue, and third is yellow. These are the primary colors. Okay. Then we have secondary colors which are made by mixing 2 primary colors. So secondary colors are what? Green. Green is made by mixing blue plus yellow. Okay. The next secondary color is orange. Orange is made by mixing red plus yellow. And then third color is purple. Purple is obtained by mixing blue and red. So these are the 3 secondary colors. So in this particular question, we see red is a primary color, blue is a primary color, and yellow is also a primary color. Only green is a secondary color. So answer will be option number 4, green. So this concept of primary and secondary colors is also something that you should know. Okay. Now, over here, very clearly, all other colors are primary colors, while green is a secondary color. Now, which element is the odd one out? Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, iron. So these are all elements. But for a fact, I know that hydrogen is a gaseous element. Similarly, oxygen is also a gaseous element. Right? Nitrogen is also a gaseous element or a gas, you can say basically. Iron is the only element which you find in solid form in the nature. Hence, our answer will be option number 4, iron. Okay? Now, AGI, missing element, and then M. So this is a concept of letter series similarities or alphabet series similarities. So here we use the concept of forward rank. The concept of forward rank. So let me give them ranks. If you remember, I told you a shortcut called AJOTI that you can remember to remember forward ranks, right? So E is ranked at 5. Similarly, G is ranked at 7. I is ranked at 9. And M is ranked at 30. So here I can see there's a +2. Here also there is a +2. And if I add +2 here, I'll get the 11th rank. And if I add +2 over here, I'll get the 13th rank. So 11th rank will be in the same logic with I and M. So at 11th rank, the alphabet that we have in forward rank is K. So our answer will be option number 2, K. If you cannot remember forward rank, although it is highly beneficial, so I'll advise you to remember it. You can also do it on your fingers. So E, F, G, that means we are moving 2 positions forward. G, H, I, 2 positions forward. Similarly, I, J, K, 2 positions forward, and K, L, M, 2 positions forward. So you can do it orally if you want. You can use your fingers to count on it, or you can remember forward ranks. Okay, now here A, C, E, D, F, G, G, I, K, and then we have to find out. So if I give them ranks 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 8, 7, 9, 11, then here 13, 15, and Q is ranked at 17. Okay, so very clearly I see within the ranks we are moving 2 positions forward. So plus 2, here also plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Similarly, from 7 to 9, 9 to 11, and 13 to 15, 15 to 17, we are moving 2 positions forward in each of the cases. Now, from here, if you see, this is 5th rank and this is 4th rank. Here we go minus 1. This is 8th rank and this is 7th rank. Here we go minus 1. So from the last letter, we are going minus 1 to get the first letter of the next term. So if this is 11, we'll go minus 1. So minus 1 will give us the 10th position. Then we'll jump 2 and 2. So we'll get 12th position and 14th position, right? So at 10th position, we have J, then we have L, and then we have N. So our answer will be JLN, which is option number 1. Let us see if this is in correct logic with the next term. So here from N, to obtain the next term, we have to go minus 1 position, which will give us M. So again, it follows the same logic. Hence our answer will be option number 1, J, L, and N. Okay, now A equals to Z, B equals to Y, C equals to X, and then we have to find the value of D. If you remember, there was a concept of opposite letters. This we studied in alphanumeric, coding, decoding, and also we discussed in last class. So A is the opposite letter of Z. Similarly, B is the opposite letter of Y. C is the opposite letter of X. Similarly, for D, the opposite letter is W, and our answer will be option number 3, W. Okay, now A, B, B, C, D, D, E, F, F. Very simple logic I can see. This is plus 1 and then it is being repeated. From here we move plus 1, here we move plus 1, and then it is being repeated. From here we move plus 1, here we move plus 1, and then it is being repeated. So again, from here we'll move plus 1, which will give us G, and then we'll go plus 1 again, will give us H, and then we'll repeat it. So our code will be GHH, which is option number 2. So option number 2 will be the correct answer. Now, 3, 8, 13, 18, and we have to find the next number series. Okay. So here I can see there is a jump of 5. 3 plus 5 will give me 8. Similarly, from 8 to 13, I can see there is a jump of 5. 8 plus 5 will give me 13. 13 plus 5 will give me 18. So I can very clearly see we are moving 5 positions ahead. So 18 plus 5 will give me 23. So our answer will be option number 1, 23. Now, 2, then 6, then 18, then 54. So whenever I told you in this that whenever we see a huge jump, let us try multiplication. So whenever there is a huge jump, there is a possibility that the operation is multiplication and not addition. So from 2 to 6, if we go, I can see that we are multiplying it by 3. From 6 to 18, if we go, again multiplication by 3. From 18 to 54 is also multiplication by 3. So now I have to multiply 54 by 3 to get the next missing element. So if I multiply 54 by 3, my answer will be 162, which is option number 2. So option number 2, 162 will be your correct answer. Now, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. From here, we are adding 1. From here, we are adding 0. Here again 1. Here again 1. Here I'm adding 2. So I cannot make out a logic. Right? If I check with multiplication also, this is, if I multiply anything by 0, I'll get 0 only. So multiplication is also not a logic that is being used. So now, whenever you see something like this is called a Fibonacci or Fibonacci, however you want to pronounce it, sequence. In this sequence, the last two numbers are added to get the next number. So over here, if I add 0 plus 1, I'll write it over here. 0 plus 1 will give me 1, right? 1 plus 1 will give me 2. So this plus this gives me this. Now, 1 plus 2 will give me 3. This plus this will give me this. 2 plus 3 will give me 5. So this plus this will give me this. So the next element will be 3 plus 5, which will give me 8. So the next element will be 8, which is option number 3. Okay, so this is a concept of Fibonacci sequence in which we add the previous two numbers to obtain the next number. Okay, now example number 16. From 11 to 14 is plus 3. From 14 to 17 is again plus 3. From 17 to 20 is again plus 3. So we are just simply moving 3 positions ahead. So 20 plus 3 will give us 23. So answer will be option number 2, 23. Now, Monday is to Tuesday as Wednesday is to what? So this is first pair and this is the second pair. So if you look at the name of the days and weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we get Sunday. So the logic is that Tuesday comes after Monday. Similarly, we have to find a day which comes after Wednesday. So after Wednesday, we have Thursday. So our answer will be option number 1, Thursday. Now, January is to February as April is to what? So first pair, and then we have to find the missing element in the second pair. So let me write January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then December. So February is a month that comes after January. Similarly, we have to find a month that comes after April, and that is May. So our answer will be option number 2, May. Clear? Let us move forward. Now, France is to Paris as Japan is to what? If you know, Paris is the capital of France. Okay. Similarly, Beijing is the capital of China. New Delhi is the capital of India. Rome is the capital of Italy. Similarly, Tokyo is the capital of Japan. So our answer will be option number 2, Tokyo. So since France's capital is Paris, Japan's capital is Tokyo. Now, example number 20. Mozart is to classical as Elvis Presley is to what? So if you know that Mozart is a person that was associated with classical music, similarly, Elvis Presley is a person that is associated with rock and roll music. So answer will be option number 2, rock and roll. So here you can see Mozart is associated with classical music, while Elvis Presley is associated with rock and roll music. Now, from 12 to 24. So if I add 12 in 12, I'll get 24. Similarly, if I add 12 in 24, I'll get 36. Similarly, if I add 12 in 36, I'll get 48. So this is the logic, 12 plus 12 plus 12. So now if I add 12 in 48, I'll get 60. So my answer will be option number 4, 60. Here you can see this is the logic. We are adding plus 12 in the previous term to obtain the next term. Now, over here I can see if from 3 to 6, that means we are adding 3. If from 6 to 10 we are going, that means we are adding 4. Similarly, from 10 to 15 we are adding 5. To get 21, I have to add 6 into 15. So I can see very clearly the logic is plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. So we have to go plus 7. So 21 plus 7 will give me 28. So my answer will be option number 2, 28. This is the logic that we are using. Clear? Now, 1, 4, 9, 16. Now, very early on, I told you that it is important to remember squares of 1 to 30. So, if you remember the squares, you can clearly see this is square of 1. Similarly, 4 is square of 2. 9 is square of 3. 16 is square of 4. So, next we have to find the square of 5, which will be 25. So, my answer will be option number 1, 25. Now for your reference, I am writing the squares of certain number that you can remember. 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100. Similarly, 11 square is 121, 12 square is 144, 13 square is 169, 14 square is 196, and 15 square is 225, and so on. So up till 30, please do remember. If you can remember more than this, very good. Okay? 2, then 5, then 10, then 17. So here I can see from 2 to 5, there's an addition of 3. From 5 to 10, there is an addition of 5. Similarly, from 10 to 17, there is an addition of 7. So what we are doing, we are adding consecutive odd numbers. So here we'll add the next odd number, which is 9. So 17 plus 9 is 26. So the answer will be option number 2, 26. Okay. Now, 3, then 9, then 27, then 81. So when I told you, whenever you see such a huge jump, assume that it is multiplication. So if I multiply 3 by 3, I'll get 9. Similarly, if I multiply 9 by 3, I'll get 27. Similarly, if I multiply 27 by 3, I'll get 81. So now I have to multiply it by 3. So if I multiply 81 by 3, I'll get 243, which is option number 1. So option number 1 will be my correct answer. Now, A, C, E, G, and then we have to find the missing element. So let me give them forward ranks. A is ranked at 1, C is ranked at 3, E is ranked at 5, G is ranked at 7. And similarly, if I see we are just moving 2 positions forward, or we are going by odd numbers, odd positions. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 9. And at 9th position, we have I. So our answer will be option number 2, I. This will be our correct answer. Then D, H, L, P, and then we have to find the missing element. So D is ranked at 4. Similarly, H is ranked at 8. L is ranked at 12. And P is ranked at 60. So here I can see there's an addition of 4 ranks. Here also addition of 4 ranks. Here also addition of 4 ranks. So similarly, we have to go forward 4 ranks. And from 16, if we go forward 4 ranks, we'll get the 20th rank. So at 20th rank, we have T. So answer will be option number 1, T. This is our correct answer. Now, example number 28. ocean is to water as forest is to what? So I can say that oceans is made up of water. Similarly, forest is made up of trees. So following the same logic, our answer will be option number 2, trees. Now, example 29. Doctor is to hospital as teacher is to what? So I can say that a doctor works at a hospital, right? This is the relationship. Similarly, a teacher works at a school. Same relationship. So our answer will be option number 4, school. This is your correct answer. Now, example number 30. Flower is to petal as fruit is to what? So I can say that a petal is a part of a flower, correct? So similarly, I have to find a word which is a part of a fruit. So out of all the given options, I can see that a fruit has a peel. So my answer will be option number 2, peel. So here you can see a petal is a part of a flower and a peel is a part of a fruit. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.